We are doing a thorough investigation and only want to provide what is accurate to you. We will only give information that we have vetted and know to be true. I will not be speaking or answering questions on issues that we do not have the facts yet.
Sheriff, tell us how many guns were found in the room?
16 in the room.
16 in the room.
Can you tell us what kind of rifles he used to shoot?
We have calibers ranging from .308 to .223.
Is there any
Sheriff, so 16 guns in the hotel room, 18 at the home in Mesquite. Were there any other weapons recovered as part of this?
We had a handgun also in the hotel room, and I'm not aware of any other weapons.
Listen, Sheriff, you went to 23 guns. Are they all rifles? And how do we explain the difference from 17?
Well, Ken, like the sheriff explained earlier today, and as I explained moments ago, our information as the investigation continues can change. We put out the information that we have at that moment in time, and sometimes those numbers will change. But there are 23 firearms at Mandalay Bay and 19 out of his house.
walk us through it all from the minute that the shots rang out to how you guys got to the hotel room?
There was a team of 6 officers that approached security. They went up the elevators after discussing the situation with the security and obtaining intelligence, and they checked each floor by floor until they located where they believed to be the room. Subsequently, they approached the room, received gunfire, they backed off, and SWAT responded.
And there was no smoke alarm?
I don't recall a smoke alarm.
Did the SWAT team break down the door?
Yes, they did.
Was he engaged by security before police arrived?
No, he engaged security. He shot through the doorway and struck security guard.
When did he shoot the security guard, and did he continue shooting out of the window after he shot the security guard?
I know that he shot the one security guard up on the 32nd floor, but I don't know if he continued to shoot after that or not.
But the security officer was engaged by the suspect. We backed off for immediate apprehension, and SWAT team formed and made entry.
So, Sheriff, Mandalay Bay Security identified the room before SWAT arrived?
No. Well, yeah, before SWAT arrived, but not before my officers arrived. They were married or hand-to-hand with my officers when we made entry over to the hotel. And it was a matter, if you recall yesterday, I said between floor 29 and 32. And during that process of evaluating the floors, we received additional information where he was located, and they immediately responded.
Sheriff, what times did
So to clarify, patrol officers made entry to the room?
No. Patrol officers evaluated floor by floor of the space between 29 and 32 where the suspect was. They formed a security. They evacuated rooms, and they formed a perimeter at the suspect's location. By unfortunate acts of the suspect, the security guard was engaged during that process.
Quick yes, no. Was the security guard in accompaniment with officers, or was the security guard alone when
he was acting independently? He got separated from our team.
As I mentioned earlier, there was a very heroic security guard who was shot during the search for that suspect. That security guard went up to the room. He was advancing towards the room when the suspect fired through the door at the security guard and struck him. He was able to provide additional information to the police on exactly which room that we were looking at. However, at that time, it's important to note that the shooting had stopped. We're considering it a barricade at that point because it's no longer an active shooter. We're not hearing any further shots.
And I'll walk you through each timeline. So at 10:05, the first shots fired by the suspect. This was seen on closed-circuit television from the concert venue. 10:12, first 2 officers arrived on the 31st floor and announced that gunfire is coming from directly above them. 10:15, the last shots were fired from the suspect per body-worn camera. So if you're looking at the math, 10 minutes. 10:17, the first 2 officers arrive on the 32nd floor. 10:18, security officer tells the LVPD officers he was shot and gives the exact location of the suspect's room. Now you notice a minute delta there. Before they broadcasted it, obviously they were in a conversation with the security guard immediately upon them exiting the elevators. Between 10:26 and 10:30, 8 additional officers arrived on the 32nd floor and began to move systematically down the hallway, clearing each room and looking for any injured people. They moved this way because no longer hear the gunfire of the active shooter situation.
Most of you also now know the name of the Mandalay Bay security guard who you've all named in the media, and I'll just reaffirm to you that Jesus Campos is a true hero. I can tell you now just a little bit more that I know about what he did that particular day. We now know that he was dispatched to what they call a door alarm on the 32nd floor. He went up there to investigate the open door, and as he was doing his job diligently, he came under fire by our suspect. As you know, he was struck in the leg. He turned around and retreated. He notified his dispatch, which was absolutely critical to us knowing the location, as well as advising the responding officers as they arrived on that 32nd floor. I can tell you that this was a remarkable effort by a brave and remarkable man. I want to say today that I don't think we've done a good enough job recognizing him and his actions, and for that I apologize. I just want to take the moment and clear the record that he's an absolute hero. The question is, was the security officer shot before the suspect was shooting into the crowd? The answer to that is yes, we believe he was shot. That we believe that he was shooting into the crowd, and then the security officer was shot during that event.
Right, Sheriff, are you saying that the security guard was injured, Mr. Campos was injured before 10 p.m. and the shots were then fired at 10 p.m. into the crowd? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't know where you're getting your numbers, but you are correct. He was injured prior to the mass volley of shooting.
So to follow that, he's shot at just about 10 o'clock. The shots into the crowd begin at 10:05 and go on for, we said at one point 11 minutes, but 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So can you give us what you think?
Okay, I don't want to get in. I appreciate what you're saying. No, there were several suitcases. I can't give you the exact number, but it was in excess of 10. So.
You know how long he was in the hotel for?
From the 28th.
So he methodically.
Yeah, I don't want to get in. I appreciate what you're saying, Ken.
Receipts that have been obtained from the valet security system show that
Ma'am, that's not how we conduct this service, okay? If I'm presented with a question.
Because the FBI has reported that
That's not how I conduct press conferences,
Well, has
ma'am.
the official timeline changed? Because
Please stop asking your question. There's a decorum that we have here, and I will finish Mr. Ritter's question.
Sheriff, when did he check into the hotel? At what date did he check into the hotel?
To best of my recollection, we have information on the 25th. I had told you previously the 28th. We're trying to confirm his actions between the 25th and the 28th. I'm under the belief that he was not occupying the room between those days. So,
You know how long he was in the hotel for?
from the 28th.
So he methodically.
But now we've learned that the FBI has been watching one of the suspects using an FBI informant. Elton Simpson, the man identified as one of the 2 gunmen killed, was under surveillance by the FBI and subject of a terror investigation. The FBI has arranged numerous fake terror plots, including the Washington Metro bombing plot, the New York subway plot, the plan to blow up the Sears Tower in Chicago, the plot to bomb the Portland Christmas tree lighting, and others. In 2014, Human Rights Watch released a report stating nearly all high-profile domestic terrorism plots in the United States after 9/11 included the direct involvement of government agents and informants. You can read about all these stories at Infowars.com. Rob Dew reporting for PrisonPlanet.tv.
Can the federal government take credit for saving us from a plot of its own creation? The FBI has foiled about 17 plots to kill Americans during the past 10 years. They all have a common and reprehensible thread. They were planned, plotted, controlled, and carried out by the federal government itself. In all of these 17 cases, from the Fort Dix 6 to the Lackawanna 7 to the Portland parade bomber, the feds found young men of Muslim backgrounds, loners who were bitter at America. They befriended them, cajoled them, and persuaded them that they could change the world by killing Americans. But none of this keeps us safe. All of this makes us less free, as any one of us can be entrapped. And we are fools if we praise the government for exposing a plot of its own creation and saving us from a danger that never existed.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're running the biggest special we've ever had for our best-selling product, Brain Force, now Brain Force Plus. There's 20% more in each bottle. And we're now purchasing so much of it from the major organic manufacturer here in the United States that we've been able to get it for less. So I'm offering for the first time ever 50% off, and I thought I could offer this for maybe a month. I'm going to have to stop this special within a week because it is blasting out of our warehouse because the fans of it already are stocking up. They know how great it is. A whole bunch of organic, natural, healthy, known nootropics. Nootropic means for the brain. And if you want good, clean, focused energy, then Brain Force is for you, and you're supporting the broadcast at the same time. So for a limited time, ladies and gentlemen, Brain Force Plus is now 50% off, or $19.96. That comes to 50.03, a little bit over 50% off the regular price. Similar nootropics that aren't even as pure or strong cost $50 to $70. It's a good deal at $39. It's $19.96 at InfoWarsLife.com, or simply call toll-free 888-253-3139. And when you purchase Brain Force Plus or any of the other great products like Secret 12, Caveman, Oxy Powder, Super Mel Vitality, our fluoride-free Super Blue, Colloidal Silver, and Iodine Empowered toothpaste, you get to support the information war and get really high-quality products. When you sign up for AutoShip, you always get 10% off. And there's free shipping at InfoWarsStore.com and InfoWarsLife.com. There's free shipping on all orders of $50 or more. Again, that's InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. I want to just briefly thank listeners for their support of the broadcast and remind listeners that we are listener-supported, and it is your financial support getting good products in return that you need, and that symbiotic relationship and that 360 win that makes everything here we do possible. And we're not just going to have to end in the next week the Brain Force Plus special, 50% off. I'm going to have to end even sooner our Caveman Ultimate Paleo Bone Broth, Turmeric, Chaga Mushroom, Bee Pollen, and more concentrate. You talk about next level meal replacement, next level compared to whey, and it's great to mix with whey and then make shakes. It's incredible. My son is growing like a weed using it. He's bigger than I am already at 15. Incredible. It is amazing. InfoWarsLife.com, 50% off Caveman, but only a few days left. It's about to end. And folks, the globalists hate it when you do this. We're the tip of the spear because we're fearless, we're bold, because we understand the stakes are too high. The globalists win, we're all slaves. So don't thank me for what I'm doing. I want to thank you. We're all in this together. And when you get the great Molon Labe t-shirts, and you get the great books and videos, and when you get the great water filtration, you help yourself, you help your family. When you get the great air filtration systems, all of them, on sale right now at InfoWarsLife.com, you're funding the tip of the spear. But these specials have got to end. I mean, it may just be 4 or 5 days left that I'm able to offer Brain Force at this price because it's selling out so incredibly quickly at 50% off. But again, thank you all for your support because this helps fund our operation as we expand in the face of the globalist. Again, visit InfoWarsStore.com today and commit to helping the InfoWar.
Funding the Infowar is now more important than ever. And when you fund the Infowar, you get incredible high-quality products at InfoWarsLife.com. That's 50% off Brain Force Plus, 50% off Caveman, but only for 1 week.